I am a senior communications major. I am a part of the digital media team where we're specifically working with the YouTube team. And today we'll be interviewing the Handbook editor.
My name is Justin Andor. I'm a senior communications major with a focus in public relations.
Okay, so starting with the first question, what is your project and the overall goal of the Handbook editor team?
So the overall goal of the handbook editing team is basically to make the handbook as updated as possible, make any small edits that need to be fixed just quickly, and then make any large edits that could help students in future semesters with this class, and also people interested in public relations and interested in this class that could look over it and kind of understand what we do in the capstone course.
What is your role or position within the Handbook editor team?
So my role is basically, it's two of us, so I'm taking on half of the work of editing the handbook, and my partner is taking another half of the work. What I'm doing basically is doing an outline of the semester, like what we do in the class week by week. And when Professor Daniels, when she sends me things to update, me and her collab, and then she sends me things that I have to update.
Why did you choose to be a part of the Handbook editor team, and why did you choose your role within your team?
So I chose to be a part of the handbook editing team because I kind of like working in smaller groups rather than larger groups, and I also actually like working a little bit by myself as well. I don't have to like collab with other people and meet their requirements. I kind of can just move on my own time. And at first I was the only one in the group, so I was assigned all the work, and then when Bria joined, we just split the work like 50-50.
What strategies will you use to complete your project within a Handbook editor team?
So the strategies that I will use, communicating with the professor, I will use my editing skills, basically to do any proofreading, any grammatical fixes, and after that, just basically observing, because I have to observe and write on what the entire class is doing. So I would say those skills are what I'm doing.
What will you be bringing to the table that'll help and impact the Handbook editor team?
What I'm bringing to the table is I believe I have strong writing skills, and I also believe I have public relations experience. So with that, just typical communication and just strong writing skills.
During the remainder of your project, what do you plan to work on? Do you have any small goals or achievements that you want to achieve within a Handbook editor team?
Basically, I want to work on my editing skills, and I know editing skills can help you a lot, helping my writing skills, and just making sure that the professor likes what I have, because it'll be used for years on.
Have you faced any obstacles while working with the Handbook editor team?
The only obstacle I say I faced, because I have to work directly with the professor, and I know she has to work with other groups, sometimes like it's maybe kind of hard to continue my project if I got to collab with her first, but she doesn't have the time.
And how did you overcome those obstacles?
I overcame those obstacles basically by completing anything that I could do, honestly, at the time. If she wasn't available, I would just basically try my best and just use my time management and wait for her to be available. And then once we talked about it, I just moved on.
What do you enjoy most about working with the Handbook editor team?
Like I said, I like most that I kind of get to work in a small group, basically by myself, because although I am grouped with someone else, we both have our own roles and responsibilities, and we both complete them, then we just collab with the professor. It's not necessarily like I'm dependent on anyone. So I would say that's like my favorite part of it.
What knowledge or skills have you gained while working with the Handbook editor team so far?
I kind of just gained like better writing skills. I gained better editing skills. I gained kind of better collaboration skills, because like having to work with the professor, like it's two people kind of collaborating on agreeing on something. And just kind of teamwork a bit, because also with my teammate Bria, we work pretty good together, and that's pretty much it.
And for the last question, how do you think working with the Handbook editor team will help or impact your future?
Like I said, I think these editing skills will stick with me for a long time. And also just being in the public relations scene, like our class is basically like a public relations firm or group. So just having that experience before graduating and before pursuing a career in public relations, I think that would be very helpful for me.
And that concludes the interview with the Handbook Editor team. Thank you for your time.
No problem.